Yo, what is going on, guys? The Yorkshire Biker here. So yeah, believe it or not, it's a Friday evening and I've just finished work, and you can still see. So yeah, this video basically, the summer's slowly coming upon us. So what I thought I'd do is, obviously because people are starting to get the bikes out and do whatever, I thought I'd do a quick video, basically just to give you some quick tips on how to get yourself cheaper motorbike insurance. It's nothing, there's no sort of trade secrets or anything like that, but it's just a few tips to help you get cheaper premiums. So if it's something you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll go through it shortly. Right, okay, so tip one for helping to get cheaper premiums is taking an advanced rider course. Now, this is something along the lines of ROSPA or IAM, or there is another one, but I can't remember, RFH or something, the blue ribbon. Not 100% sure on that one, but if you do partake in an advanced rider course and you pass and you gain the qualification, that can, at a maximum, it can reduce your premiums by up to 20%, I believe it is. So let's say you'll get an insurance quote for £400, for example. You can save up to £80 on premium, so it'd drop it down to £320 for the year. So it's not something that everybody is interested in. I'm assuming it's because people think if you've got an advanced rider qualification then you're boring or something like that, or you don't know how to have fun, but that's not the case. You can still ride like an idiot even if you've got a qualification. Oh. So if you're after cheaper insurance, one of the things you can do, as I say, is gain yourself an advanced rider qualification. Now, tip number two. This is sort of a no-brainer, but don't make a claim. That's the top and bottom of number two. If you don't make a claim, obviously you gain your no claims bonus. Now, for a new rider that gains 1 year's no claims, you can gain up to a 40% discount on your annual premium. So again, if you've got an insurance premium come through at £400, you can save up to £160 on that, so that'll drop it down to £240, sorry. Again, the same rule applies. It's a maximum of up to 40%, so it doesn't necessarily say that you can gain 2 years no claims and it'll save you an 80% discount on your premium. 40 is the maximum, so it's just to make you aware that that is the case. Now, insurance companies do check as well. If you put on that you've got a no claims bonus, they will ask for proof, so I wouldn't advise just putting it to say that you've got 3 or 4 years no claims if you actually haven't, because they will just cancel your policy. You may even end up paying a fee for the cancellation as well. So tip number two, don't make any claims, because as little as a 1 year no claim bonus can save up to 40% in your premium, so it is quite a bit of a discount. So yeah, that's number one and two. Tip number three. Now this all goes on, and it depends on obviously what bike you're wanting, but basically sports bikes do tend to be and can be quite a lot more expensive than other styles of bikes. So for example, say this Gixxer Throw, something of a naked sports style or a cruiser style, there's no set percentage on this, but they do tend to generally be a lot cheaper than sports bikes. I'm not 100% sure on why insurance companies do this, other than sports bikes being quite powerful, but you can now still get naked bikes of a similar performance to this, and it will still be cheaper. So if you're looking at getting a bigger bike, maybe try to sort of go towards a different style other than a sports bike, because I mean, let's face it, 95% of people that have owned a sports bike on the road, you can't use it for what it's meant for. I'd much rather have a naked streets sort of style bike than this for commuting. It would be much easier. And tip number 4, if you can help it, don't do what I'm doing now. Not filtering, obviously, that is legal, so it's not something that does affect your premiums. You don't have to tell them you filter. But the least that you put down to use your bike, the better. So obviously, social, domestic and pleasure is cheaper for 99% of people than social, domestic and pleasure, including commuting and business use. If you do have to use your bikes for that purpose, I would put it down anyway, because if you use your bike for commuting and you're involved in an accident, basically your insurance is void. So go for the minimum cover that you possibly can for your circumstances. I'm not advising to tell them that you only use it for pleasure when you actually use it for business use or anything like that. Just go for the minimum that you can actually select, because obviously the less you use your bike, the less chance you've got of being involved in an accident, believe it or not. I think the average mileage for a UK rider these days is around 3,000 miles. I think I do that in about 3 months. I'll do it in summer anyway. Winter's not so bad. There's fuck all to do. Oh, it's starting to go a little bit nippy now. So yeah, that's 1 to 3 done. Now tip number 4. Basically, obviously we all need to invest in some sort of security for his bikes. I would invest in something that is Thatcham approved. You can save, I mean, you can pick up Thatcham approved security locks and stuff like that for under £20, and doing so you can save again up to a maximum of 20% on your premium. So same situation, you've got a premium come through at £400, 10% of that is £80. So by potentially buying a lock for less than £20, you can save 80 on your insurance. So even though you've forked out and bought a lock, you're still up to well, you'd be a minimum of £60 in pocket. There's always a speed camera van up here, so I tend not to go flying up here anymore. And so that brings us to the last tip for the day. Last but not least, obviously when you've got an insurance quote, you've got the option to either pay for it in full, or you can take out monthly instalments. So to obviously get a cheaper premium, I would advise, if you can afford it, pay for your policy up front and just get it out of the way and have it sorted and done. Because that way you're paying the money straight to the insurance company, and it tends to be a little bit cheaper. If you decide to take out monthly instalments, you pay a deposit and then you have a set amount each month that you have to make for sort of 8, 9, 10 months. That sort of payment method is basically because your insurance company have sent they've sent it to a finance company, so then there's obviously interest on it. So as well as the annual premium that you had for £400, there's going to be interest on that, so that then ups it. I mean, it can be up to sort of £550 maybe, I don't know. There's no set percentage rise on it. I think it's just down to the finance company's interest rates. So tip number 5, if you want cheaper premiums, if you can afford it, all well and good, but try and pay for your premiums in full rather than spreading the cost over the year. If you have to spread the cost, there's obviously nothing you can do. You just have to do that, and it's just one of them unfortunate things. Now, what's all these lights for? What's all the blue lights for? Someone been run over? Someone had a crash? Someone been knocked off the motorcycle? So yeah, I'm nearly home now. What I'm going to do is I'll end it there. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm going to end it there. I no longer get paid for doing videos, so if you could do me a favour, head down and click the thumbs up button. Even subscribe to the channel as well. I'd rather get those numbers than make money anyway. I don't do this to earn a living. As always, guys, thanks for watching. Ride safe, keep the sticky side down, and until next time, I love you all. and you can still see. So yeah, this video basically, the summer's slowly coming upon us. So what I thought I'd do is, obviously because people are starting to get the bikes out and do whatever, I thought I'd do a quick video, basically just to give you some quick tips on how to get yourself cheaper motorbike insurance. It's nothing, it's no sort of trade secrets or anything like that, but just a few tips to help you get cheaper premiums. So if it's something you're interested in, stay tuned and I'll go through it shortly.